Hi everyone and welcome to your step-by-step yoga pose tutorial on how to learn a forearm stand or PINCHA MAYURASANA for beginners. I will walk you through all the preparatory poses that you need in order to build that strength for this powerful inversion. Afterwards, I'm going to share some of my favorite tips on how to enter and hold a forearm stand, build that confidence and also get rid of the fear of falling. Now, before we hop into this video, I want to say that PINCHA MAYURASANA is a very advanced pose, so please give yourself enough time and listen to your body. This asana takes time and practice, and it's probably not going to happen overnight. So, as I said, give yourself enough time, and in the end, it's not always about the pose itself, but it's more so about the journey and what you learn along the way. So with that being said, let's hop into the tutorial. Alright everyone, so for today's practice you want to be close to a wall, grab a yoga block and a yoga strap. But don't worry if you don't have a block or a strap, you can easily follow along without them. This video is divided into 3 sections. First, we will start with a nice warm-up for the upper body, opening up our shoulders. Next, I will be sharing a great routine that you can do anytime and anywhere to build that strength. In the last section, I'm giving you more tips and tricks on how you can enter and hold PINCHA MAYURASANA. Now, when you're ready, just come into a comfortable seated position, keep your spine straight, and on your next inhale, roll your shoulders to your ears. Exhale, release them down. 2 more. Inhale deeply, exhale out fully. And 1 more time. Beautiful. From here, bring your hands on your shoulders and start to draw big circles with your shoulders. And while we do that, I want to take the time to talk a little bit about PINCHA, or also known as feathered peacock pose. The benefits of this inversion are endless. It builds upper body strength, especially in your arms and shoulders. It stretches your neck, shoulders, chest and abs. It improves your balance and focus, elongates the spine, and also stimulates blood circulation and speeds up your metabolism. When you are done with your shoulder circles, we are moving on to the next stretch. First variation is to bend the right elbow, right palm is touching your upper back. Use your left hand to gently pull the elbow to the left and back, feeling a nice stretch in your triceps. If you want to take it a little bit further, you can bring your arms into a cow face position, grabbing the right hand with your left one. And now think about opening through the chest, moving your hands slightly backwards, and keep your core engaged to stabilize the spine. And then switch sides. Either take the first variation, holding onto your elbow, or grab your hand with the other one. And don't worry if you can't reach your hands in this pose, you can also use a strap to help you with that. And now we will take 1 more deep breath here. And then release your arms, shake it out and come into a tabletop position. Knees underneath the hips, hands underneath the shoulders. Press the mat away from you with your hands. And we will warm up the spine by doing some gentle cat and cow poses. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the chest. Exhale, rounding through the spine, tuck your chin into your chest. Then come back to neutral. From here, start to walk your hands forward and allow your chest to melt down to the ground. You can either bring your forehead to the mat or lift your head and bring your chin down for an even more intense stretch. Breathing deeply in your puppy pose. With every new exhale, allow yourself to go even deeper and deeper. Let's take one more deep breath. And then slowly walk your hands back up, and we will move into our next section, some of the poses that will help you build strength for Pincha. The first pose is a forearm plank. Make sure that the elbows are underneath the shoulders and your hands are in line with your elbows. Extend your legs back, one straight line with your body. Draw your navel to your spine and either hold this pose, or if you want to take it a little bit further, add some rocks forwards and back. Just shift your weight forward into your forearms and rock back. This is really a great way to build that strength for your shoulders. And one more. And from here, start to walk your feet closer to your arms, coming to your dolphin. In your dolphin pose, it's important to really press the mat away from you with your forearms. Lift your upper body, lift your hips towards the ceiling. Relax your head and neck. Breathe deeply. Feel free to bend your knees here. And then slowly drop the knees down. And relax for a moment. Shake out your hands and arms. And when you feel ready, come on down onto your forearms once again. Elbows are shoulder width distance. Lift your hips, extend your legs into your dolphin posture. Press the mat away from you with your forearms. And let's take it a little bit further and go straight into our dolphin push-ups. Lean forward, tap the ground with your nose and push yourself back up. Lower down and back up. Now I know this is a very intense movement, so don't worry if you have troubles with it. Just stay in your normal dolphin and breathe deeply. For those of you that are following along, we have one more push-up and then we will stay in the dolphin pose for one more deep breath. And then lower the knees down and take a quick break. Feel free to pause the video at any time and take some rest if you need to. If you are just starting your forearm balance journey, I would recommend you practice these poses first in order to build that strength before moving on to the next step. And when you are ready, I'm going to show you the last preparatory pose, which is dolphin pose with leg lifts. Come on up into your dolphin, and from here, start to lift and extend one leg up. And lower it back down, switch legs. And now every time you reach your leg up, start to shift your weight slightly forward, but keep pressing the mat away from you with your forearms. Very good. Keep your chest lifted, relax your head, relax your face muscles, and breathe deeply. And one more time, each leg. And then release your knees down, send your hips back. And now we are going to move to the wall and hop into our third and final section, all my tips and tricks for Pincha. First, we will start by facing away from the wall. For proper alignment, you want to have about one leg distance between your elbows and the wall. If you are using a yoga strap, adjust it now to the width of your shoulders This is going to prevent your elbows from moving outwards and helps a lot with keeping the balance. Place the strap just above your elbows and make sure it's tight and secured. And then bring your forearms down to the ground. And then you can take your yoga block, place it in between your hands, press into the yoga block as much as you can, always staying active in your arms and upper body, and then walk your feet up the wall until you can stack your hips just above the shoulders. The key for balance here is bringing your hips in line with the shoulders and the elbows. And then just hold it there, breathing deeply. And then walk your feet down and take a quick rest. Adjust the strap or the block if you need to. And let's try it one more time. Lift your hips, walk your feet up, stack your hips over your shoulders. And if you feel very adventurous, you can lift one leg up, bring it back down to the wall, and lift the other one up. The goal here is to start getting comfortable with being upside down, increasing your confidence, and build that shoulder strength. Beautiful. And from here, walk your feet down, send your hips back, and let's just take a few deep breaths here. Alright, so let's move on if you are ready and start to walk your feet up the wall. Make sure your hips are over your shoulders. Lift one leg up and then try to bring the other foot away from the wall by adding teeny tiny jumps forward. And I also have a little bonus tip for you. To help you with balance, you can tuck one knee into your chest. This reminds your core to stay engaged and can be a big game changer when it comes to your overall stability. And then walk your feet down. Take a quick rest. Take a sip of water if you need to. And when you're ready, let's move on. Walk your feet up. Lift one leg. Lift the other leg away from the wall as well. And from here, try to stack your legs. One leg is reaching forward, the other one back. This can help you a lot with balance, and it's also how I learned PINCHA MAYURASANA. And if you get tired, walk your feet down, take a rest. And if you feel confident enough, feel free to remove the strap, place it to the side. And for the next sequence, we will be facing the wall. We will still be using the yoga block. So bring it down to the ground. Press into the yoga block with your hands. Elbows are underneath the shoulders. Lift your hips up into your dolphin. Lift up one leg, bring it back down. Lift the other leg, bring it back down. And I'll lift one leg and add a little jump. And jump up, down, shifting your weight forward, trying to bring those hips just above your shoulders. When you find your balance, you can tuck your knee into your chest and just hold. And eventually you will be able to extend both legs up. Very good. And then bring the feet back down. To take it one step further, put the block aside and let's quickly talk about your arm alignment. For proper alignment, you want to keep the hands in line with the shoulders. But if you're just starting out, it can help you a lot if you bring your hands closer together. And then lift your hips, walk your feet closer. From here, reach up one leg, kick the leg up and try to find that balance. One line, your hips, shoulders and elbows press the ground away from you, keeping your gaze down but a little bit forward to your hands. And then release down and take a quick rest. Next, we are quickly addressing on how you can lose the fear of falling. My first and most important tip is to find someone, preferably a yoga teacher, that can help and teach you on how to fall out of this pose safely. My second tip is to just try it out, fall down and get up again in order to lose that fear. Personally, I know 2 ways to fall out of pincha, but I'm only able to show you one of it as the other option is very unnatural to me. But I would highly recommend that you cartwheel out of this inversion. I insert a little clip here, as this is a much smoother way and protects your spine. However, when I was in India, I was taught to fall into a forearm wheel when I'm losing my balance. So that's what I'm showing you today. If you choose the second option, you want to have open shoulders, a flexible spine, and feel comfortable in your forearm wheel, as it's a very intense backbending pose. So let's do it one more time together. Lift your hips up into your dolphin, walk your feet closer, kick up one leg until you get that balance. And if you feel like you're losing your balance, you want to bring your legs up and over, arch the back, tuck your chin in, and transition into your forearm wheel. Stay there for 1 or 2 breaths. And then release your back down to the ground and hug your knees into your chest. Well done. And last but not least, if you feel ready, let's practice pincha one more time without the wall and without any props. Elbows are shoulder width distance. Lift your hips up into your dolphin, press the mat away from you. And lift up and kick up one leg. To find your balance, either tuck one knee into your chest. Another option is to stagger your legs. And if you feel comfortable, start to extend your legs all the way up. Engage your shoulders, engage your core, engage your glutes as well. Keep breathing deeply. Then release one leg down and then the other. Send your hips back and walk your hands forward, just taking a moment here in your child's pose. And that was it for our pincha tutorial. I really hope that you enjoyed it. I also hope that you could learn something from it. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. And if you liked this video, please leave me a comment down below and also subscribe to my channel for weekly yoga flows and Pilates workouts. See you soon.